In today's video we will have a featured gameplay, and same as always, we will talk about all the good and bad decisions made in the game and what could have been done better. With that being said, I give my shout out to NickyBros. Thank you for sending this gameplay. Great job playing as Hanabi. You're awesome. If you want to learn more on how to play all of the roles in Mobile Legends, we suggest watching the following videos. The links are on the description. Hanabi is a very good pick against Brody, especially when Hanabi is equipped with Aegis, and in this game, Nicky played to his advantage very well. The reason why Brody is an awful match against Hanabi is because of her first skill, which not just gives her a shield, it also provides immunity to control effects as long as Hanabi has a shield, rendering Brody's second skill useless.
Let go!
So far, Nicky is doing great. Remember that last hitting minions will reward you with more gold, so try your best to land last hits as frequently as possible. After all, marksman heroes rely heavily on items, and the faster you earn high amounts of gold, the earlier you will be able to buy the necessary equipment for your hero. In my opinion, it is never a good idea to stay on this side of the map when playing as a squishy hero. This bush can be used by enemies to gank your squishy hero. Luckily for Nicky, nobody was there at the time. Instead, I suggest staying closer to a safer spot further away from the enemy team's side of the map. As you guys saw, Brody did not stand a chance. With his stunning ability completely neutralized, it was easy picking for Hanabi. After all, Brody's second skill was created to make up for his slow attack speed and disable the enemy, allowing him to prevent them from dealing damage while he charges up another basic attack. If he can't stun his target, then the gaping weakness brought about by his slow attack speed becomes more apparent. Very bad decision by Jawhead. In my opinion, it would have been better if Jawhead first used his ultimate in order to close the gap between him and Hanabi and get rid of her shield, thus allowing his second skill to fling her in mid-air while receiving damage from his first skill and basic attacks. Excellent timing by Belric in using his taunting ability, thus preventing Jawhead from stepping outside the turret's range. The turtle was about to appear closer to the bottom lane, and at that moment, it would be ideal for Belric to help out in taking it. If we were in that position, we would have recalled back to base without showing the enemies, and then head straight to the turtle. Thankfully, their allies were able to secure it even without Belric's presence.
Ally has slain the turtle. Enemy has been slain. Face the power of a turtle.
Nicky did the right thing of hiding in the bushes. I know it was such a waste not to take the turret's shield, but a lot of the enemies were missing. As a marksman player, you really can't risk dying carelessly since such heroes rely so much on items and level. It's probably the only role where dying is 99% of the time not an option. Outstanding work by Belric. Whoever that player is, he is doing a good job supporting his teammate. Remember that whenever you are playing as a support, especially if you are a tank support, one of your primary goals is to protect your carry. I think Nicky did not notice his allied jungler close by. That would have ended badly for Louis and Brody if Hanabi was there. Remember guys to try and check the minimap as frequently as possible. Doing so will help you make better decisions. This is over for Brody. Hanabi has outleveled and outgained him in gold so much it almost feels like Hanabi is attacking a minion. Bad idea for Belric to use his ultimate. Gadget is a very tanky hero, especially thanks to his passive skill, which allows him to gain tremendous physical defense. That probably would have been okay if there was a mage hero nearby with high burst damage, but since it was only Hanabi and Belric, using Belric's ultimate was just a waste. This was Nicky's talent configuration. He used the custom marksman emblem, which gives bonus attack speed, bonus attack, and also lifesteal. For the standard talents, he chose Swift to further pump up Hanabi's attack speed, and Weapon Master in order for Hanabi to gain more damage from the items she is equipped with. The core talent Nicky chose was Weakness Finder. This core talent, in my opinion, is the most appropriate core talent for Hanabi. Overall, I think that was an excellent talent configuration. The best thing about it is compatible with both the critical build and also the Golden Trinity build. Which means that if Nicky would have decided to go with either builds, it wouldn't be a problem since his talent configuration is compatible with both builds. When you're playing as a roamer, try not to clear your allies' minions if they are not there. Doing so is preventing them from gaining experience and gold.
My best companion.
Since the top lane has been destroyed, Hanabi will have more time joining team fights. Remember to be extra careful though and utilize bushes to your advantage. Don't just walk in the open. As much as possible, remain hidden from the enemies and use your allies for vision to avoid getting ganked.
The shore is never as far away as it seems.
It is very important for the roamer to provide vision to all areas around the turtle and the lord whenever your jungler or team is taking it, especially when the enemy jungler is alive. Luckily for their team, that Jawhead player failed to launch and steal the turtle. It is already 7 minutes into the game and they have all gained a significant lead against the enemy team on both hero levels and items.
I've learned from them.
Instead of camping on the top lane, it would have been better if they capitalized on the other lanes such as the bottom lane's outer turret. Keep in mind that outer turrets have significantly lower stats than inner turrets, so taking them down is much easier. Also, after taking the turret down, they should have recalled back to base. Instead of retreating, Badang should have kept pushing the bottom turret for about 5 more seconds. There were 4 enemies on the top lane and it certainly would take them a while before reaching the bottom lane. If Badang kept pushing, he would have probably taken the bottom inner turret down. After all, Badang has pretty powerful basic attacks. Since they wiped out the majority of the enemies, a good play here would be for Hanabi to destroy the bottom inner turret and then have Alucard take the Lord. Then, as soon as Hanabi has destroyed the turret, she should join Alucard in finishing off the Lord. To maximize the Lord's presence, one of them should push the bottom lane further while the rest of them clear the mid lane minions. Since all 4 of them will be present on the mid lane, the hero on the bottom lane should not be worried about possible ganks. There were only 2 enemies left. Instead of recalling, it would have been better if Hanabi just helped out in pushing the bottom lane.
Into flowers.
Besides, Hanabi in that game had lifesteal, so regaining her HP from minions or even jungle camps would have been very easy. If she did not recall, she would have gained more gold and experience.
Let's go! Godlike. Have slain an enemy. Enemy has been slain. Slain an enemy.
Before I forget, this was Nicky's build on Hanabi in that game. His build focused on critical damage and attack speed with a drizzle of survivability. Corrosion Scythe is a good choice because of its decent damage output, stacking temporary bonus attack speed, and movement debuff on enemies. Do note though that the temporary bonus physical damage and movement debuff from its unique passive applied on enemies are halved for long-ranged heroes such as Hanabi. Despite that though, I still think it is a pretty good item to have, especially if your emblem talent is Weakness Finder. Magic Shoes was a good choice because of its cooldown reduction, in order to recast Hanabi's first skill more frequently. Wind Talker was chosen because of its huge boost on attack speed. In addition to that, it also has very high bonus movement speed, which is something marksmen with 0 blink and dash skills need. Berserker's Fury was bought for its incredible critical damage, while Rose Gold Meteor and Wind of Nature for survivability. Rose Gold Meteor is a very good item for Hanabi, considering that it provides a shield temporarily once the user's HP drops at a certain point. It can be very helpful in a lot of situations. In addition to that, it also temporarily improves the user's movement speed by a whopping 50%. Overall, that was an excellent build.
You want some? You reach. Now I
That was a very sloppy end. Nonetheless, they won and that's what matters. Did I miss any other recommendations applicable to this game? Leave your thoughts on the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe everyone. Peace.